Okay, where are we today? Bitcoin doing crazy numbers still, pushing up at yesterday's resistance point, which was 69207, and it's struggling to get up above here. I say struggling, but not really. It's its first attempt. So this is Bitcoin on the hourly chart, and you can see it's trying to hold above this line here. Okay, let's see how it performs. Hopefully, what the bulls want to see is it get on top and consolidate above. That's what we want to see. Or at the very least, consolidate around this area, because it looks like it is building a bit of a pattern here, you know, which it could form a bit of a base, could come back down and sort of be in this area. And it could be in this area for a little while. That's fine. That's no problem. So I'd say anywhere above this sort of area, 55k, I think it's cool. That would be cool. Throw on the fibs on that swing low to a swing high, if this is the swing high. Yeah, so as long as we hold above 55, we're okay. We're okay. And that, why I say it that way is because how I'm looking at it is, if Bitcoin continues to go at least sideways, as long as it continues to kind of go sideways, that gives room for alts to breathe, because Bitcoin is still destroying these alts. So basically, here we are on the right hand side here, alts versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still destroying the majority of them. That's fine. That's fine. It's better to hold Bitcoin rather than hold any of these alts, but it does give opportunity. And if I look at first the Queen, let's go to ETH BTC. ETH BTC here. Let's go on, switch to the daily, and you can see this trend line is still trying to get out of, it's still trying to break out of this down sloping trend line here. Okay, we're still attempting it. We tried it here, it came up for a couple of days, broke back down into this area, got its support on this weekly support and resistance line, and it's trying to hold it again. Okay, it is fighting Bitcoin hard. ETH is fighting Bitcoin hard. Okay, so what I've done is I'm going to start to move my Bitcoin over to ETH from my trading portfolio. So remember what I said, I like to have 3 different portfolios: my spot trading portfolio, my trading portfolio, and my leverage portfolio. I keep discussing that. So my trading portfolio is the one in which I intend to move my Bitcoin to ETH. So what we have here, daily time frame, okay, we've got a 50%. ETH is approaching the 50%. Let's get this right. 50%. Yep, it's at its 50% level. So I'm going to be layering into moving my Bitcoin into ETH. Now, I want to be careful with this, because we still could drop down to this monthly swing here, this white one. It's much more stronger than the yellow one here. So I want to be careful. The reason why I'm doing it up here is because we've broken out and we're trying to hold it. We're really trying to hold it. And ETH definitely has more room to run on the US dollar versus the Bitcoin value. So like how I like to layer in, I like to layer in as a pyramid, sort of like that. So I've got less up here, and more money goes in the lower we get to reduce risk. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but it's just how I'm going to plan it out. So from this 50%, I'm going to start moving some Bitcoin to ETH. So less money up here, and then of course more money down here. That's the plan, really. So that's Bitcoin ETH and how I'll be managing that. Another thing that came out to me was Sol versus ETH, still using the same trading portfolio. We've now hit the 50% level of ETH from this weekly move. So here's the weekly move. Look at what Solana done, by the way. It was remarkable. You know, when it first sort of came out, which is what alts typically do versus Ethereum, they put in an all-time high, but so quickly it came back out and pretty much tested its all-time high again. So I'm willing to put this risk on to move some of my ETH into Sol. And you might think that doesn't really make sense. You're moving some of your Bitcoin into ETH, but now it sounds like you're moving your ETH into Sol. And the difference is that I'll be moving more money into ETH and then less money into Sol versus that. So I definitely am increasing my risk here, but this is from my trading portfolio, and this was always the plan. It was always the plan. So once again, I'm going to do a pyramid structure, a layering in structure, where we've got the 50% here, the 618 here, and where I will sort of layer in like this all the way to its previous from its breakout here. Okay, some more dollars up here. So yeah, that's the plan really. until I notice anything different. That's with a trading portfolio. Are there any leverage trade opportunities? Yeah, I think one of the ones I was looking at was DOT. I was looking to potentially jump into DOT. DOT hasn't moved that much. It's got a lot of room. So I was looking at DOT USDT. If I fling it onto the 4 hourly, let's try and get it here as quick as possible. So yeah, it's already making its move. It's already making its move. It's potentially broken out here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to layer in here at this swing here. I prefer the 50% personally. I don't know if we're going to get that, but because DOT hasn't performed that great, I'm going to hold out for the 50%. But if I start to zoom in a little bit on the hourly and I see some strength coming in, I might pour a tiny portion here. Might do. But look at the psychology already. It's already hitting me. But I prefer to go to the 50%. I prefer to go to the 50%. I'll let you know how I do today. Let's see how it goes today. You know what? Let me stick to my rules. Let me wait for the 50%. And my alert, my alert's already there. Perfect. So 50%, said and done. I'll put a limit order on that and see how we get on. We might not get there actually. I'm actually looking at, I'm on the 4 hourly chart. So if I get the swing from the most recent, the 50% is actually here at $8.21. So maybe I'll put an alert here as well. Let's do that right now. So yeah, that's what I was looking at because DOT has a lot of room to go until its monthly swing. So from the 50% here, that's a 20%, 20 to 27% on 10x leverage. That's, that's 200%. There's some opportunities there. So I'll let you know how that goes. And the downside on that swing, because I layer in from the 618, that is a potential loss of 4%. So 40% versus 210% and potentially 280%. So that's a good risk reward ratio. That's what I'm looking at right here. And I've got my alerts up. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, quick video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.